One of Wings of Fire's main appeals is its world building, with a colorful array of dragon tribes, each with their own unique appearances, cultures, and abilities. The most popular tribes are strong in all those factors, like Sea Wings, with their bright colors, gills, glow, unique language, and interesting habitat. And Night Wings, with an interesting backstory, cool scale color, starry wings, and mind-reading/future seeing abilities. In comparison, Mudwings are pretty boring. Obligatory disclaimer that this is all, of course, just my opinion, and that I do love the writing and art of Wings of Fire as it is. This is just what changes I'd make for my personal preference. First things first is their appearance. The only notable things about Mudwings are their unusually square snout and slightly bulkier frame. No super eye-catching or appealing differences compared to other tribes. Their color scheme is alright. Brown absolutely makes sense for an earth dragon, and I do really like the golden copper undertones shown both in art and writing. And I actually really do like their main cultural aspect of working in troops of siblings. Their abilities, however, make them feel a bit less unique, with a weaker version of both the water breathing of a sea wing and the fire breath of sky wings, sand wings, and night wings. All in all, they get the effect of being the default, like a lot of other Earth-themed characters, which is unfair when there's so much more you can do with them. For my redesign, I'm leaning heavily into the tribe's crocodile inspiration, replacing the infamously hard-to-draw square snouts with something still blunt, but more resembling an actual crocodile. Eyes and nostrils being on the top of the snout are still a great design choice, with the tribe's main hunting style to float below the surface unnoticed, with only their nostrils to breathe and their eyes to look for prey. Replacing the typical horns with curved ram horns also keep them more below the water's surface, as well as more typically being associated with earth and strength. Teeth sticking out can also be an interesting character design, as well as symbolizing an otherwise hidden strength. My Mudwing tribe would have an incredibly strong bite force, able to easily chomp through any bone or shell. Both abilities of these dragons would be connected through a scale instead of loosely slapped on, with the warmer and more active a dragon is increasing its fire, while the colder and more stationary a dragon is increasing the time it can hold its breath. While still bulky, this design has a less awkward, more streamlined shape that would be more efficient for swimming, with smaller and less developed wings that aren't as useful in this thick swamp canopy. All Mudwings would have a resistance to fire, though red eggs would still have greater resistance. As for color in general, the main issue I have, besides lack of variety, is that dirt, and by extension mud, isn't just brown. Soil can be yellow, tan, purple, pink, black, gray, bluish, and even bright red and orange. But Nico, I hear you say, aren't Skywings red and orange? Canonically, yes, but my world of redesigns has other plans. Oh wow, I guess we'll have to subscribe to see more. Wow, my goodness, oh. Anyway, for the part that you've all probably noticed in the speed paint by now, the plants and the crystals, both very cool Earth-themed design aspects that were completely underutilized in Mudwings. Especially since one of their main traits is that they lay undisturbed in pools of mud or water for long periods of time. Plant growth on their head, horns, and back could be both a natural consequence as well as a boost in camouflage. This could also be used to identify troops of siblings, as they tend to rest and hunt in the same spot, so would likely grow similar plants. They could also aid with a Mudwing's job, like healers growing medicinal plants or soldiers growing thorns or thick moss. Crystals, on the other hand, would more be found on older or wealthier dragons who've had more time to rest. They act as both decoration and armor, as they cover the vulnerable underbelly of a dragon despite slowing them down. Rarely, crystals can grow to replace claws, horns, or teeth, with ghost stories about especially lazy dragons becoming fully encased. Additionally, rare cases of certain crystal deposits in or near the mouth could cause that dragon's flame to change color from chemical reaction. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this quick little redesign. This is my first commentary video, so feel free to leave any feedback in the comments. Do you like this design? Do you think it's awful? Is there a certain tribe that you want me to redesign next? Okay, yeah, that's about it. Goodbye.